Hello. There we go. How's it going? Hey, Conta. Ew. How we doing? I see there was a bit of a leak for PlayStation State of Play on what they'll be showing off. One of the things they'll be showing off is, according to this leak, Overwatch 2 campaign story trailer or something. So yeah, could be getting some nice information soon. There is no information as far as I could see on when that state of play will be, but sometime soon, hopefully. And tomorrow, China Joy begins, and that is featuring Blizzard's stuff. So we could get that stuff as soon as tomorrow, which could be nice. According to a leak for PlayStation State of Play, Overwatch 2 campaign trailer is going to be part of the PlayStation State of Play, as well as a load of other stuff. So more Overwatch 2 information soon, by the looks of it. Very soon. Anyone joining me for a bit of Mystery Heroes? So the list states Silent Hill reveal trailer, PS5, Metal Slug Returns, PS4, PS5, King of Fighters 15 teaser, PS5, Call of Duty Black Ops Vietnam reveal trailer, PS4, PS5, Call of Duty Black Ops Vietnam multiplayer gameplay trailer, PS4, PS5, Crash Bandicoot 4 Engine Battle Boss trailer, PS4, PS5, Overwatch 2 campaign gameplay trailer, PS4, PS5, Red Dead Redemption 2 PS5 enhancement trailer, PS Now service trailer, FIFA 21 enhancement trailer, Spider-Man Miles Morales gameplay trailer, PS5, Spider-Man Miles Morales Collector Edition trailer, PS5, Returnal features trailer, PS5, Sackboy and Big Adventure story trailer, PS5, Gran Turismo 7 Nuremberg trailer, PS5, Godfall co-op trailer, PS5, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart Ratchet gameplay trailer, PS5, console overview trailer, PS5, backwards compatibility trailer, PS5, Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry reveal trailer, PS5, Mortal Kombat 11 Combat Pack 3 trailer, PS4, PS5, Demon Souls gameplay trailer, PS5, PlayStation 5 trailer, PS5. So, as far as the content of the leak goes, it all sounds very, very plausible, and none of it sounds too out there and weird and not at all believable. So I'm fairly confident that has accurate information in it. Which does mean Overwatch 2 info soon. and in a way does confirm Overwatch 2 will release on the newest platforms, right? The PS5 and Xbox Series X. That event itself hasn't been officially announced as in terms of the date that it'll occur yet, by the looks of it. I've only done a very small amount of cursory research on that because I was just looking at it just before the stream started. Here's an article from one day ago. Many fans are expecting a state of play soon. Nothing has been confirmed yet. So yeah, there's no official announcement as to yet. As PlayStation doesn't really have a set schedule for their state of play events, it's a little hard to look for a pattern or expected dates, but one that has been heavily rumoured is Thursday, August 6th. So yeah, sometime in August by the looks of it. So yeah, soon. On July 21st, well-known leaker Roberto Serrano tweeted a graphic announcing the event to take place on August 6th at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. British Standard Time. Though he did add that the date was still to be confirmed. So, yeah, soon. If we don't get any information about Overwatch 2 tomorrow at ChinaJoy, we are sure to get some information during August. So, yeah, exciting. Do you want to join me, Sticky Dog? Yeah. Anyone else? So yeah, Blizzard, it looks like Blizzard are starting to think about opening up again and saying, hey, look what we've been working on. Get hype. Maybe Sticky Dog, maybe. I don't know. It is Thursday, and sometimes they do patch on Thursday. Yeah, are you on my friends list, Bionicle Man, or do we need to sort that out? There's my tag. That should help. Did you send a friend request on the Europe region? Because I don't have any friend requests currently. Make sure you're logged on the Europe region, since that's where I am. Do you want to join too, Manurk? So when you launch the game, above the play button, there's a little globe icon. If you click on that, you can change the region to Europe and then launch the game once you've done that. If you're already in the game, quit out the game, change the region, and log back in. Wait, is this not you? No? What's your battle tag? Chat level is exclamation mark level. In order to see your Overwatch level, you have to use Play Overwatch or Overwatch Tracker or some other website like that. Okay. Yeah, because are you on the Europe region? Because if you are, my invite I sent to you should be in your list. It'll say pending invite even when that's not true at all. It's a bug. If you don't see my friend invite, then you're on the wrong region. Alright. Anyone else not in the group that wants to be? Okay. The leak? Yeah, I was talking about that. Guess you missed that part. Looks pretty legit to me.
Hello, hello.
I might be a little overdressed for this.
And looking into it further, the state of play, the leak for the date of the state of play is August 6th, so we're not too far away from that either. Only a week. 1 week today, in fact. And tomorrow China Joy happens, and that has Blizzard attending, so we might get some of that information, or all of that information, that we would get the state of play a few days early at China Joy, because it is all happening around the same time, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do get that stuff at China Joy tomorrow and over the weekend. Something to look forward to a little sooner. And yeah, China are holding a physical gaming event even during a global pandemic, but it's China, so it's fine. According to China.
Everyone heal up.
It's like, we are China. China.
Why are you doing this? Because we are China. But it's not okay. Yeah, but we're China. We got the world's largest population of people. Who cares if a few of them die?
The payload moves.
China. In China, they've literally got a term that means, oh well, I don't really care, nothing you can do about it.
Thanks. I am ready to activate the sound barrier.
Basically, not my problem. It's a common term. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if India has the same thing. Because there's so many people that if one's dead, oh well. Oh no one knew what that was. It's fine. The problem comes when you've got a global pandemic in a place like India where they're not doing enough to stop it. India's quickly catching up with places like the US of A and Brazil in terms of COVID cases. And there's very little they're doing about it. With a high population density place like India, that's gonna end very badly.
We're all soldiers now. Come here and get stabilized.
Partially a result of the fact that the leader of India is a right-winger, just like Trump. I don't think he's as bad as Trump, but he's still not very good.
Advisor activated.
I think it's pretty sad that the three most populous countries in the world, the three countries that have the highest populations in the entire world, all have right-wing leaders that are doing a terrible job. No, you can't stop a pandemic, but you can slow it down by making sensible, rational, and medically sound decisions. Mandating face masks at a minimum should be something everyone did in January. That's super easy, super quick, and super simple. And it's effective at slowing the spread of the virus. It doesn't stop it, but it does significantly slow it down. There have been multiple studies that have found that the spread rate of the virus significantly slows when face masks are implemented. And that's what you want to try and do as much as possible. You cannot stop it, but you can slow it down. Slow it down enough so that the healthcare services can keep up with the demand that the virus causes. Yeah. Problem is in America, money overrides logic. If you shout at people loud enough for long enough, they'll believe anything you're saying, even if it's blatantly false. And that's what money does. Just keep throwing money at the problem until you've convinced people of your agenda.
3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem. The fact that most people don't have money, they can't speak their mind, they can't speak out, they can't tell people how it really is for the vast majority of people. So the people that do have the money can further their own interests, make themselves richer and richer. And where's that money going to come from? From the people that can't speak out, that can't change things for the better in their direction. So the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and it just keeps on going that way. And it has been for decades. The system refuses to change because the people in charge of the system are the ones in control of the change. And they don't want things to change for the better for the vast majority of people, because that's only going to make them poorer. They don't want to be poorer. They're addicted to that dopamine rush of getting more money, right? It gives them a rush to make more money, and more money, and more money, and more money. So they're going to do everything they can to make sure that continues to be the case. They're going to keep funneling money into politicians that will happily do their bidding, happily help them get richer, on and on and on and on. Something will break eventually, though. And when you've got a situation in America right now where peaceful protests are being violently disrupted by the police, and peaceful protesters are getting arrested for practicing their right for free speech, that's not going to end well. If that continues for long enough, you'll end up with violent revolution, because no other option has been available. I think, what is it, a JFK quote? When peaceful protest is made impossible, violent protests are inevitable, or something like that, right? If people's voices can't be heard, they're going to make sure they are, by any means necessary.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Yep. In America, it's a crime to be poor. It's a crime to be black. They may not be written down anywhere, but it's essentially true. If you're poor, you're much more likely to get in trouble and stay in trouble because you can't afford to get out of it. If you're rich, you can afford to get out of it. You can get away with a lot of really bad stuff that poorer people would never get away with. The thing is, the problems in America have been brewing for such a long time. It's the herd mentality thing, where for the longest time, not enough people spoke out. And so the system perpetuated, because not enough people were speaking their mind and saying, hey, this is not okay. But because of this COVID situation, because of the Black Lives Matter recent revival through George Floyd, it was a catalyst. And the more people spoke out, the more people felt comfortable with speaking out, and it escalated. So all these grievances that people have had for decades now have an outlet. So all these protests about all these different things would have happened eventually. It's right now that people have an outlet because other people are doing it. The more it happens, the more people think, oh, maybe now's the time to speak out. Maybe now's the time to voice my grievances with the systems that exist. So that's what they're doing. Now, some people inevitably take it too far. And some people view these protests as a means to commit acts of crime. Because, hey, maybe I'll get away with it. Because everyone else is being outspoken and potentially violent. So if I do it, there's less of a chance that I'll get caught and arrested and detained and face consequences for my actions, right? That's what some people think when they see these riots, or well, not really riots, but
Round 1. Capture the objective.
protests. Some people take it as an opportunity to fulfill their violent urges, to try and exploit these incidents for monetary gain, hence occasional looting. And they'll use the excuse of protests as a way of getting away with it. But that is a very small majority, a small minority of the amount of protesters out there voicing legitimate grievances with the system in place. And this is only happening the way it's happening because for too long people's views on how the country should be run and the economic injustice and inequality has gone on for so long. For a long time, the views of the population as a whole have not been represented by the politicians because of the influence of money in politics. Because the rich have made the laws for so long, everyone else has been left out. Their actual concerns about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness have gone unheard. And it's reached a critical mass.
I will prove myself.
Yeah, I saw a video a while back of a traffic jam on I don't remember which country it was, but it was a traffic jam on, I think it was the motorway in the UK. And there were a huge number of people essentially just parked on the hard shoulder, which is meant for emergency use only. And there was a guy going along, filming all these people and their license plates so they could give that information to the police. And they were asking these people, why are you parked on the hard shoulder? There could be emergency vehicles trying to get to the scene of an accident. And they were like, well, the guy in front of me's doing it. They understood that it was basically a crime to park on the hard shoulder or drive on the hard shoulder without a legitimate reason. But yet, because the guy in front of them was doing it, they thought, it must be okay. No, it's not. There's a legitimate reason why the hard shoulder is out of bounds for driving on, and that's because of emergencies. Emergency vehicles need a route to get through traffic to attend to emergency situations. People who are having mechanical breakdown of their vehicle need a place to stop safely without the chance of getting hit by another vehicle, making things worse. And the problem with herd mentality, the biggest problem, is that unless you take the time to understand why, like, the first few people are doing what they're doing, and you just copy their behavior,
We're all soldiers now.
a lot of the time you're going to get it wrong. You're going to start doing things that aren't even meant to be the point. So, for example, people tearing down statues of people that historically were bad people, that were legitimately racist, and the statue is basically celebrating racism. That's the reason why some of these statues were pulled down. And then other people come along and say, well, they're tearing down statues, I'll start tearing down statues. Completely missing the point of what they're trying to do. The people that were tearing these statues down were exercising their right of free speech, saying, hey, it's not okay to celebrate racism. That's basically the message they were trying to send. And that's exactly right? It's not okay to celebrate racism.
I'm operating at optimal levels.
And sure, everyone's human, everyone does bad stuff. There's not a single person on Earth that hasn't done bad stuff in their life. Some people have done a lot worse stuff than others, admittedly. But no one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. But there are legitimate arguments, both sides of the argument, in terms of having statues of these historical figures. Yeah, they've done some really bad stuff, but they debatably did good stuff too, right? The question is, have we been honest about the true history of these people? Because a lot of the time,
I'll be watching over you.
there's far too much focus on their good deeds and not enough on their bad deeds. And sometimes their bad deeds were a whole lot worse than their good ones. And yet, because it's inconvenient to talk about that kind of stuff, we ignore it.
This is not your time. Mercy in the righteous.
In order to not repeat mistakes of the past, you have to understand the past. So pretending some aspects of the past never happened is a great way of making sure those things happen again.
Round 2. 1.
Thank you.
If you want to fix a problem, you first have to understand it.
Score 1-1.
And pretending bad things didn't happen in the past is no way to fix it.
Once the mission starts, no more messing around.
I have destroyed more of the kind than I can count.
K.O.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture
Oh, no.
the objective.
This is my will. Simply following my program.
What? Well, that panda is very useless if it's dead.
ain't gonna dispense it after you.
Soldier 76 reporting for duty.
Reporting for Judy. No.
Get into position. Together, we are. It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad? Don't be scared. Peace is superior. It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
At your service.
In Russia, gameplay is served. No.
No, thanks for follow. No, 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 no. Die. Oh yeah, nice. We did it.
Victory. Play of the game. Surrender to my will. Double.
Nice. Only 2 cards. Place Moira.
Only Moira.
Yes, that sucks.
To be expected.
Alright, bye. I have 0 loot boxes. Yeah, I have some coins. How many? A few.
Welcome to Jakadao.
I shall not fear death. No. You find a living child.
What would our father think of what we've become? Hard to say who he'd been more disappointed by. Hello.
Wait, get to be a mother.
Yes.
Yes.
5, 4, 3,
Yes.
1.
Yes.
Score.
Hi, ready. I am Dave.
See through the dragon's eyes.
Okay.
Yes. I am here.
I healed. Everyone keeps changing their name. Quite confusing. Ow. Ow! I almost had my dragon!
Justice will be.
Prove up with me.
Yes. No.
I will protect the innocent. Echo here.
Yes.
Lifting off. To my will. Get the payload moving. We can do this.
How are you doing, Beam?
Soldier 76, reporting
Yes.
for duty.
Much better.
Oh,
Name's McCree.
can't go that way. No.
Very well.
We're all soldiers now.
Nice. Get him.
Ready to burn.
Okay. Get them all. Okay, good. I just cleaned up a few of them there.
Aid the payload on its trajectory.
Not on back in my day.
Not on my watch.
Delivered already.
Time all get caught with your beard in the letterbox.
Barriers on you.
Why do you be shoving your beard in the letterbox in the first place? Peeping Tom.
Tactical visor activated.
The true enemy of humanity is impressive.
Ah, greetings, Stark.
Teleporter online. We move quickly. Rush Ranavi Syndicate.
Sure they die. No.
Hey.
Am I winning, Dave? But I am Dave.
I need healing.
Greetings. Fine. Yeah. Fine. Cow juice.
I'm taking care.
Don't watch any shows? Yeah, occasionally. On Netflix or elsewhere.
Onwards to victory.
That didn't quite work, did it, Hammond? Kinda missed. Kinda missed.
Victory.
Tried to shoot at some fog the other day.
Play of the
Missed.
I've got you in my target-rich environment.
Ooh, level 13. It didn't do anything. How rude. Restart the software. Again.
level up.
How barbaric.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant.
That's enough for you. What about your plat border? You need to get your plat border. You joining? We may, you know, find out when Overwatch 2 is coming out soon. You know, you'll have a deadline then. You ate a tuna sandwich. Can you sing better now? Yes. Yes.
Welcome to Rialto.
Yeah, almost 1 million credits.
To enjoy some peace and quiet.
Should be there within a few weeks. Yes.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Hello there.
Well, we're starting off with Triple Mercy.
You should take better care of yourself. Quite same.
Yeah, this could be quite good. Starting off with frickin' Triple Mercy.
Sometimes you scare me.
Then again, we could all die pretty quick.
1. Attack commences.
Just hold. Oh no. Triple pocket on the Bastion. Go. Oh my god. Oh, no, someone needs to res. Oh, that was me. that Sombra needs to be murdered rather quickly.
I'm taking care. This is not the end.
Kill the Sombra.
Thank you. Healing stream engaged.
Need to push on the payload. Good, Sombra's dead. No, 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 no! Oh, big rip. Oh no, the Mercy team is down.
The true enemy of humanity.
Yes, Kevin, yes.
Mercy on call.
Sigma present. Sigma present. Hello. Payload is loaded.
Let's get you back out here.
So does you... So is your brother like of military age? Is that why he's away like regularly? That's fair. Hey Wolverine.
The payload moves in accordance.
Well, we got another Bastion. And we got another Mercy. Sweet. Where are you going? No idea.
What is that melody?
Isn't quite ready yet.
That Trace is dead, okay.
Activating the barrier. Hey. Unstate barrier is out of existence. Barrier no longer.
Triple barrier. Oh no, that Junkrat wasn't dealt with. There we go. Yes. It's good fun. We started off this match with triple Mercy and a Bastion. But, we couldn't maintain it for long. I actually killed all the Mercies. But now we're back with Bastion and Mercy again. It wouldn't be as bad if you learned how to play BAP. Mystery Heroes is an opportunity to learn all the heroes, essentially. Use it like that. Instead of lamenting when you get a certain hero, try and learn them better. You'll enjoy Mystery Heroes more if you do that.
Play of the game.
I've got you in my sights.
Yeah, this is when the Mercy team died. Not enough people killed shot the soldier. Oh, we still won. No big deal.
Traveling to Horizon Luna Colony.
Remember your training to the wheel through this just fine. Help me!
Yeah, there's no max level.
Commences in
Not that, not a max level that anyone could reach in a reasonable amount of time anyway. There's only max border.
Mace to the face. I could have used a little more time to get ready. Help me back.
Quite neat.
It all looks so peaceful from up here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
On my way.
Mace to the face. Mace to the face. Keep holding. Clear the area.
Yeah, I've had the maximum available border since the 10th of May 2017. So it's been over 3 years I've been stuck at max border. Although that max border has changed once, I was still stuck, just at a different border. So I was stuck at maximum platinum border for about 1.5 years, and I've been stuck at maximum diamond border for more than that. About 20 months, I'd say. But I do prefer diamond border to plat border, so it's not all bad. Well, I tried to boot them off, died instead. The time to ask questions is now, not when it happens. When it happens, they're answering the questions.
Together, we are strong.
You need to post any questions you have in the thread that already exists. The answers will happen in a separate thread.
Victory.
Probably a bit late to do it now, because any
Play of
questions you may have now won't have much time to get upvoted. But worth a try.
Somebody fetch my butt.
Hope what's getting announced tomorrow. The release date? Well, they announced Overwatch 2 itself back in November last year. In terms of the release date, they haven't said anything about that yet. But maybe soon. Could be tomorrow. We shall see. With any luck, it'll come along with beta details as well, if they're doing a beta. That'd be nice. Oh.
I will strike our enemies where they didn't make the cut.
Currently, Tesco cheese and onion crisps. Alright, cheese and onion.
Are you quite done?
My mistake.
5, 4,
What did you ask?
defend objective A. Enemy target located.
Sorry.
That's not a question they'll answer, since it's a question about the future. And they specifically mention that they're not answering any questions about the future of Overwatch. It's only about the past and the present. They're going to talk about the future at a later date.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
Mercy on call.
Walter 76, reporting for duty.
A better question would have been, how do you feel that golden weapons have impacted competitive play? Do you think they've had a net positive result or a net negative result? I think that would be a more revealing question, and potentially suggest what they plan to do with them going forward is.
I'm taking care.
Nothing stopping you from posting more than once unless they ban that specifically. Could always just edit what you've written already to replace it.
Enemies are in the area. Disproven.
Heroes never die.
Cease your resistance.
Ready for duty.
Depends what kind of theory you're talking about. Remember, a scientific theory is is basically the current explanation of the evidence. It's as solid as you can get in science, is the scientific theory.
Watch yourself.
Greetings.
Thank you.
did I get to that level? One level at a time.
Now traveling to Busan.
Yeah, but even in that game,
Yonder.
I went up one level, and then I went up another level. So,
And they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry is
4,
dead.
3, 2,
And they say
1.
chivalry is dead.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
And they say chivalry is dead.
Burn it all down.
And they say chivalry is dead.
but I think in terms of going up more than one level in a single game, I think I've only done that maybe 2 or 3 times in total. And only during double XP, because it's not possible otherwise.
A sticker.
There is no obligation.
Chivalry is dead. And they say 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 chivalry is dead.
Natural solution.
And they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry is dead.
I'm so scared.
No, go.
Down.
Thank you.
No, no.
I am securing the objective. Established. Enemy turret down. Clear. Enough of fun.
And they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry.
Build them up. Break them down.
Baned. You thought I got baned? I was very temporarily permanently banned, but that was a mistake.
Loss.
So they undid their mistake.
Enemy turret ahead.
Score 0 to 1.
Our world is worth
And
fighting
they say
for.
chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry is dead.
Quit screwing around and get ready to move. You want a medal?
Yes. And they say super.
Yay!
I've still got it. 3, 2, 1. Capture the objective.
Medal.
And they say chivalry is dead.
Yay! Yay! Okay.
Oop.
Enemy turret down.
And they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry is dead. I bow. And they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry.
I've played it in the past, but I've no plans to play it again.
Defend the objective. Baptiste here.
It's a game mode for people who are interested in getting good, and that's not me.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Tracer here. Thanks, love. Thank you.
Oops.
Thank you.
Zenyatta is here.
Oopsie daisy.
Being a lucky pup.
Reinhardt at your service.
No, I'm just trying to eat and play at the same time. It's not really working very well. Blech. Oh.
It's a perfect day for some dipstick.
Wheelmaker here.
Barrier in place.
Sombra online.
Bouncy Anna. No.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Attack the objective.
Tracer here. Hiya.
Home. Oh yeah. Oh no. Well, two of the healers are dead.
Instant report.
Securing
Bit
the
late though.
point.
Roadhog time.
It's a bit late.
Play of the game.
And they say chivalry is dead.
Double.
Well, it's better fisting than I would have done. Harry Potter. I like it.
Traveling to Lumbani.
Keep the skies clear for me.
You won't be
Nope.
disappointed. Låt proffsen sköta det här.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Somebody fetch my
My mistake.
Ugh.
Somebody fetch my butt.
Good.
Somebody fetch my
Sorry about that. 5, 4, 3,
Somebody fetch my butt.
1. Attackers incoming.
I will not waste this opportunity. I'm taking care. Somebody fetch my butt.
Somebody fetch my butt.
Thanks for the assist.
Oh yeah.
Much better.
Okay, good.
Let's get you back out. Thank you. I will not waste
Oh.
this opportunity. Enemy seen.
I know. Big rip.
Somebody fetch my butler. Somebody fetch my butt.
I will prove myself.
Activating the barrier.
Do, 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 do.
Reinhardt into certainty. Acknowledge.
That's rude. How did they see you if you're standing still?
Lost. Stop the payload.
Science will reveal the truth.
List here.
Hmm.
Genji is with you.
Get into position.
Do you know how useless her beam would be if it didn't do more damage at half health? It's awful without that damage boost. Awful. Hey, I'm doing fine. Drunk underscore physics. How you doing? Not just normal physics. Underscore physics, you know? DP. I could, but you know, don't have to.
No time on my watch.
Do, 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 do. Europe. What's the point in life if you can't enjoy yourself, you know? Genji's annoy me. Because I'm bad. Oh. Am I an 80s kid? I was born in the 80s, but I don't really remember the 80s because I was born fairly late in the 80s. I remember the early 90s, but not the 80s. You had an indoor picnic in your house. KFC is good though. Their gravy is amazing. I love it. Oh. Gravy and popcorn chicken. Oh yeah. Molten floor. Well, I just, you know, covered the floor in my molten juice underneath that diva. So yeah, I think we all just kind of annihilated the diva all at once. I'll move the turret. Why not? Better do something than nothing. Hammer time!
Bingo!
Doo -doo -doo. No. No. Aww.
My ultimate is almost
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
Ugh. Why not on what?
Seconds remaining. Don't be scared. Go. I'll keep you here.
ready. Advance with me. See you later. I sighted the enemy. I am ready to unleash OLF.
No, no.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Victory. Play of the game.
Yup, they struggled a lot with recovering. Once they failed to push it any further than that corner. Nice kill streak. Yeah, I only wear socks when I'm going outside for longer than a short while. If I'm only going down to the shops that are only a few hundred meters away, I'm not going to wear socks for that. If I'm going further than that, I'll wear socks. So if I'm just going down to the shops, I'll just put my shoes on without socks. The main purpose of socks for me is prevent chafing between the feet and the shoes. So if I'm not wearing any shoes, I don't need to wear any socks.
Traveling to Nepal.
The thing about being barefooted is you're barefoot, and any sharp objects are likely to do you harm. Alternatively, if you're wearing shoes, any sharp objects are likely to do you no harm whatsoever.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
That's not how evolution works. What's easier, evolving shoes on one's feet, or just learning to avoid stepping on sharp things? Right? Just not stepping on sharp things is a lot easier in evolutionary terms.
It's the after service.
Well, pain is just an expression of avoidance, right? Your brain wants you to avoid that particular thing because it can do you harm. Once you understand that, you can view it as just discomfort. That's generally what I do if I'm hurting from something. I'll just say, I'm just rather uncomfortable in that area right now, and the pain significantly reduces. I reframe the pain to be discomfort, and it works for me. I don't know whether that will work for anyone else, but it works for me. Where did that Moira go? Oh. Goodbye. No, no, no! So I get some nice slippers or something instead of socks. They're looser on the feet, easier to slip on and off. Hence the word slippers. That's what I do. If my feet get a bit chilly, I'll wear my May slippers. I'll take them off once my feet are toasty.
First round lost. Score 0-1.
Build them up, break them down. Bingo!
Put that back.
Always glad to lend you a hand. Dr. It's good to be working with you again, Dr. Ziegler.
And under better circumstances, too.
Lieutenant Augustine, reporting for duty. Let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you a drink.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I'd say if you wanted to make May more skill-based, make her icicles slowly freeze people with consecutive hits. I think that's a better way of doing it. So if you want to freeze someone, you have to consistently hit them with the icicle. That way you just make her more of a skill-based hero than she was before. I don't think that's necessary. I really don't.
Let's get started.
It's a bad idea to make every single hero in the game have a high skill ceiling or a high skill floor, right? You don't want to do that. You want to have heroes in the game that have a low skill floor that people who are less good at video games can actually pick up and enjoy. So slowly eroding heroes with a low skill floor and replacing them with a reworked version of that hero with a higher skill floor is a bad idea. The better idea is just balancing the heroes slightly differently if there's a problem. And May has gone through a lot of changes through the years. So it's not like Blizzard are afraid of changing May to make her more balanced. So if they see a problem, they'll do something about it.
Everything can be hacked. And everyone.
She can't instantly freeze people with her primary fire. It takes a little bit of time. And during that time, you can take the time to aim at her face and destroy it.
Lucio coming at you.
Be right back. Hey there, securing the objective.
And if you're bad at aiming, get better at aiming.
Feeling much better.
Whoa, 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 no. I mean, either you want to get good or you don't. And if you don't want to get good, don't complain about not being able to deal with heroes you're not good enough to deal with, and expect Blizzard to balance the game around you. It's not gonna happen.
This is gonna make you feel better.
What's that stereo high noon? Wow.
Play of the game.
Moira is not old Sim. You're forgetting that old Sim would lock on to a hero. Just lock on. So you held the mouse button down and you were locked onto that hero. No matter where you aimed, didn't matter. As long as you were in line of sight, you'd stay locked on. And then you just held left click until they were dead. That was old Sim. And that was a problem.
I need healing.
Moira is not like that at all. No, they don't need to nerf her range. It was already nerfed.
The rooster crows at midnight.
The damage from Moira is, with her right click, is fairly low. It's not a very high damage rate. You have time to aim and fire at her face, just like Mei. And if you fail to do that, that's on you. If she's jumping around, jumping is actually a bad idea if you're going against someone who's good at aiming, because they'll just predict where you're flying to during your jump and shoot you. If you jump, there's very little air movement you can do to adjust your momentum and your trajectory. So just use motion prediction and shoot. A lot of Moiras will just jump one way and then jump the other in a repetitive, easy to predict fashion. Right. Just practice. If you want to actually counter it properly, practice.
Double kill.
Thank you.
Truck in spin, going fast. I'm still trying to save for an actual truck. It's gonna take a while, but a few long drives later should do it. Hey, bloody.
We need to take out that.
Oh no!
The cavalry's here.
Top 500 bronze. Nice.
Sigma, present.
Oh. Fisty man, goodbye.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Only through conflict do we evolve.
Well, Mr. Fister returns to fist another day. And some heroes as well.
And they say chivalry, and they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry is dead.
Oh no, why? Well, that was a bad idea.
Heads up! The cavalry's here!
Oh no. Ah, yeah. I know.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
One hand gives.
It's a perfect day for some dipstick.
The rooster crows at
Everything's coming up.
Dipstick.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Dipstick, dipstick.
Whoa, that's a widow. Narrowly missed my face. Oh, big rib.
I'm a one-man piece of cake. Piece of cake.
That's a tasty piece of cake. It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. Really like the look of the stream. Yeah, good. I worked hard on that. I stream full-time hours, but it's not my only source of income. Because it's not high enough to be my only source. Not currently. Maybe one day. Once I stream stuff people actually want to watch. To a sufficient level.
Tactical visor activated.
Maybe once Overwatch 2 is out, people will be more interested in casual Overwatch gameplay. But for now, there's a distinct lack of interest. Not a complete lack, but a significant one. Hey! Hamster, stop body blocking, thank you. Oh, I missed. Da da da. Ooh, nice. Go away. There we go. I feel like I do alright as Roadhog. I'm a good fat hooker. Mercy just jumped right in front of my ult. 500 IQ play there. Anyway, time for a little break. But first, loot box.
Need a second. 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 Need a second.
Alright, BLB. Okie dokie. Let's return to the fight. Anyone joining before we do? Speak now or not, up to you. Oh, two of the same sprays. That's weird. Alright. Let's do it. Let's continue. Hey, Dodgy Daniel.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries.
Do you want a bandage for that?
Staying out of trouble, Genji?
On my best behavior, Captain.
I'm here.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I feel like dancing. 起来吧。
I will simulate our upcoming mission to identify all possible outcomes. Secure the objective. No.
No?
Do you want a bandage for that? I recommend not. I recommend not.
This
Do
feels
you want a bandage for that?
Defend objective A.
That's two bastions. One baby silver, one baby gold. I feel like a well-timed deflect could have done wonders there, but oh well.
Our world is worth fighting for.
Has anyone seen the experimental that's coming tomorrow? Or is it today? Might be today. They're doing changes to 2CP. They admit right off the bat it's a failed experiment, but they want to, you know, get people's feedback on it anyway. Basically, they're turning 2CP into a sort of mini comp. Both teams attack A. If both teams capture A, both teams attack B. If both teams then successfully capture B, then it goes back to A again, and so on. So it's like a mini comp. Kind of, but on a 2CP map. Just a single 2CP map. And there'll be like a temporary spawn near a point A for the second time you attack point A. Now, Blizzard have said it's a bit disjointed. It feels a bit sort of a bit weird. It's not quite right, but yeah, we'll show it to you anyway and see what you think. Because they are trying to make 2CP work. Rework 2CP. But this is one of their attempts at doing it that didn't quite work. But they want to share it with us anyway, which is nice. Maybe there's a version of the way they've done it that could work, and that's the kind of feedback I'm looking for. Let me give you a link.
Play of the game.
It's a good read. Even though we had some great results from these changes, it's important to reiterate that they will not make it to the retail environment, at least not in their current form. The biggest single problem with the mode is really short rounds, causing the match to feel disjointed and choppy. It was too difficult to build ultimate charge with certain heroes, and the game didn't feel like Overwatch in these cases. There are also issues with the understandability of the mode. It can be confusing to switch sides so many times in a match, and there were many cases where the round would reset on point B and the defending team would just run by it out of habit. So they'd run to point A even though they have to defend point B. So yeah, it's an interesting take on 2CP, but it's not one that will actually be going live.
Glory to be won.
Hello. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Your piece of cake.
But yeah, it should be an interesting thing to experiment with, certainly. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Yeah, I killed 3 of them. Go. Oh, 3 of ours are dead.
My ultimate is charging.
Zenyatta is here.
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, I know I'm in group chat and that's deliberate. It's for the people that are playing with me but still want to watch the stream so they don't have double game sounds. I can mute the stream and only lose the music. Aw, I killed one of the horses. Oh, they got another one. Stop it! I killed one horse only for another one to spawn.
Imagination.
Oh yeah, there's one. Okay, another one. The other one dead. Shoot it!
No dying on my watch. Do you want a bandage for that?
Enemy turret just blew up. We still need you. Beginning objective capture.
Good. Good. No more mecha horses available. I got 3 barrier tanks.
Good job, team. Let's keep it going.
You feeding? Oh man. Not the mercy. So if Echo saw people murdering women and children, she's like, oh, that's how you do that. I'll add that to my repertoire. No, don't do that. No, stop that. No. Must add, yeah. I've got to try that myself. I'm interested to see whether Echo gets corrupted in the story mode. Oh no. Echo. 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 Echo.
Let them up.
The more morally grey the Overwatch story is, the better. I do not want it to be black and white. But the good thing is, so far, they've done pretty well with that. Keep things fairly grey. It makes for much more interesting storytelling.
Somebody fetch my butt. Somebody fetch my butt. Somebody fetch my butt. Somebody fetch my butt. Somebody fetch my butt.
Excellent.
Somebody fetch my. Somebody fetch my. Somebody fetch my butt.
I'll take it. I'm roasting the piggy.
I'm not checking in. Aircraft primed and ready.
Roast pork.
Mobility increased. Fire in the hole.
Tracer here.
Genji worked for Blackwatch, not Talon. He was never in Talon. Or Hanzo. No, Hanzo's outright refused to join. He recognizes that Talon's methods leave much to be desired.
Your safety is my primary concern.
No, Junkrat is a free agent. He's not the type of person that would join Talon. Talon could definitely try to legitimately recruit Echo though. I think Echo is potentially a prime candidate for Talon to dig its claws into. They might be able to manipulate her into joining their cause. Echo. They could definitely give that a good go. I could see that. At the very least, Echo's likely to sympathize with the Talon cause.
I will protect the innocent. Get the payload moving. We can do this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so scared. 60 seconds.
Well, we'll see a lot of stuff during the story mode. We'll get to meet most, if not all, of the main characters in their story environment. I think I remember them saying they won't have time to explore all of the heroes' stories. Maybe in the future, though. Maybe they'll do, like, story expansions. Hopefully for no additional cost, like they've done for every other type of content. But I wouldn't mind if they decided to sell the extra story content if they wanted to. Takes a lot of time to develop that kind of stuff. And it is all optional. I think it's a lot more acceptable to sell the story mode than things like maps and heroes. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is near the beginning. Oh, look, a bastion. Kill the squishies.
Welcome to Oasis.
Thanks.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
Who's that?
Capture the objective.
Freemason, huh? I mean, it's likely that Hammond will meet Junkrat and Roadhog. They are all in Straya in the story, so they should meet. I could see Junkrat being pretty excited to meet Wrecking Ball, and then his reaction when he finds out Wrecking Ball is actually just a mech piloted by a giant hamster. That would be quite amusing, I would have thought.
With every death comes Sake.
Don't forget Junker Queen there, she'll be a hero. So that makes 4, right? Roadhog, Junkrat, Hammond, and Junker Queen. 4 Australian heroes. So that'd be perfect for a story mode mission. Oh yeah, we'll get another British hero eventually, I'm sure. It'll be a matter of time.
Get in here. Do you want a bandage for that?
Do I play comp? Nope. So you just want a British Ash? Is that what you're asking for? 500 damage. Remember, this is the future, not the past. So maybe it looks like a musket, but it's actually some kind of directed energy weapon. That needs a long time to recharge.
Our world is worth fighting for.
Captain Amari, reporting for duty.
Well, Winston's weapon is called the Tesla cannon. So, already got one of those. Oh no! So a railgun.
Captain Junkrat.
Score 0-1.
Yeah, I think there is likely to be a hero at some point that carries a railgun, because a railgun is a pretty nice weapon. It has an incredibly high destructive power, a railgun, because of the speed that it shoots its projectiles. There are a limited number of railguns in actual use today, but they are still rather new in their development and have significant flaws. But they are extremely powerful guns. For those who don't know, a railgun is a gun that instead of using chemical propellants to propel its ammo, it uses magnetics. So it propels the projectile along with magnetics to the point where it will accelerate it extremely fast to very high speed. And
Imagination is the essence of
that's where the majority of the power comes from, the sheer speed that it launches projectiles at. If you couple that with a large railgun that can shoot large projectiles, you can do extreme damage to any target you like. And basically just power through any kind of armor because of the massive amount of kinetic energy that any kind of projectile has that's fired out of that thing.
No one.
If you take that technology to its logical extreme, you've got a weapon that can destroy a planet. But it has to be very large to do so. If you can accelerate projectiles up to relativistic speeds, significant fractions of the speed of light, you can destroy planets with that kind of technology. No, the Death Star used massive laser. Now, if you wanted to destroy a planet with a laser, it would take several weeks. You couldn't do it in an instant like the Death Star does. Stellaris has a very good example of that in the Doomsday DLC. They have what's known as the Colossus Project, which can equip various different laser weapons, one of which is called the Planet Cracker. Now, the Planet Cracker, basically you fly it up to a planet, deploy it, push the button, and then you have to wait several months for it to power up and then fire. But it does destroy the planet. So destroying a planet with a giant laser is possible, it just takes a long time. You can't do it instantly like in Star Wars. If you want to destroy a planet quickly, use a relativistic kill missile. Also known as a relativistic kinetic kill vehicle. But you need to have very good aim. Further away you are, the more difficult the calculations are to make sure you hit your target.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
We shall prove ourselves.
Because there's no point invading planets for land. You can just create land from materials found in your own solar system and use that. The amount of material in our own solar system is enough to create trillions to quadrillions of times as much as we have on Earth. Our own solar system could support many hundreds of trillions, if not quadrillions of people, if we just create a ton of floating cylinders in space for land purposes. Lots of rotating cylinders to create an artificial gravity environment and fill the inside with habitation. You build them. That's how you get them. You build them. And you can build them from all the material we have in our solar system. From all the various different planets, asteroids, and even the sun. You build them with robotics. Energy to achieve it. The sun. The sun is a massive source of energy. No, there isn't a border beyond Diamond. No. What I'm talking about is a Dyson Swarm. Dyson Sphere, as some people understand it, is just not possible because of the massive material requirement. You wouldn't need one either. It would be kind of pointless. It's better to build a ton of cylinders than a massive contained sphere. You get much more land use out of the same material.
Only through conflict do we evolve.
Enemy turret detected.
It's all possible with current technology. It's just scale, right? It just takes time to build stuff like that. It can't be done instantly. It just take time because it's super easy just to build a tin can in space, spin it around to create an artificial gravity environment and build infrastructure inside. That's not difficult. Put some solar panels on the outside and you got a sustainable life support system. You have a degree in theoretical physics. Why is it not possible though? To just make a giant tin can spin it around. It's just a question of scale. We've built small tin cans. One of them is called the International Space Station. Why can't we build a bigger one? I'm not talking about building all this stuff near the sun. It doesn't have to be anywhere near the sun. Just in the solar system. You wouldn't want to build it inside the what's it called? The Roche limit. You wouldn't want to build it inside the Roche limit of the sun. Whatever it's called. The sun's putting out a huge amount of energy. We can get plenty here on Earth with solar panels. And if you want to harvest some hydrogen for power, you can do that off a load of gas giants in the solar system or the sun itself for starlifting.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
My 10 seconds on
We're lollygagging.
Yeah, I know fusion barely works right now, but we're working on it. Fusion isn't the only source of power though. It's a good one. Once we cracked it, that'll be great. Yeah, we've been working on it for 60 years, but we're getting pretty damn close. I've been following it over the last few years, and they seem to be getting very close. There are some promising projects out there.
Triple kill.
I think there's one in France that's pretty close to having a working model. ITER, I think it's called, isn't it? Yeah.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Well, the first step would be build a moon base. So it's possible to do more deep space stuff. I think terraforming Mars is more trouble than it's worth. Terraforming Venus would be easier than Mars. It already has a thick atmosphere. Condensing that wouldn't be too difficult. Using solar shades. Just cool the planet down, let most of it condense. Process the carbon dioxide. And all you've got left is about 3 atmospheres of nitrogen. The biggest problem with Mars is the fact that it would lose its atmosphere too quickly if we tried to give it more. So you'd need to deal with that before trying to terraform Mars, and that's not an easy proposition.
My business, my
Well, as I said, you want to cool Venus down a ton. I think you'd need to cool it down to about -70. Or something like that, to condense most of the atmosphere. Process all the carbon dioxide. Remove as much of the sulfur as you can. It's not an easy task, it would take a long time, but it can be done in probably 2 to 3 human lifetimes. Which is a lot easier than doing a terraforming job on Mars. Yeah, it would take a lot of energy, of course.
no one can hide.
The thing is, though, condensing the atmosphere would be easy. You just use a ton of solar shades, block off the vast majority of the light hitting the planet, and there's most of the energy cancelled out that keeps Venus warm, and it would cool down. Take about 70 years to cool down. If I understand correctly.
I feel the warmth of the iris flowing through me.
At the moment, though, Venus's atmosphere is thicker than Earth's atmosphere, which means you could build floating cities on Venus if you wanted to, with big enough air balloons.
Be right back. Fully operational. Picking up.
You could probably build a pretty large solar Dyson swarm with Mercury, right? Dismantle Mercury, convert it into a solar swarm. That would take some time. But you could make a lot of solar panels out of that. No? Why not?
No dying on my watch.
Winston reporting.
No one needs Mercury. It's fine. You're right next to the sun. There's your energy. As you're building more solar panels, you use it to create more solar panels. It's an incremental style thing, right?
First round lost. Score 0-1.
You start. Well, one possible way of escaping the heat is starting from the inside and working your way out.
Everyone signed their life insurance policies?
Potentially. I don't know though. Who knows?
That would be the last mistake you ever made.
I don't know. Just spitballing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
I think I remember hearing that there are places on Mercury that have been cold for a very long time because they're like deep in craters or whatever. They never heat up.
Enemy has a turret.
Randomly pinned Amara. Yes.
Build them up, break them down.
What would you imagine being the It's not just Kirkskazak though. I watch Space and Futurism with Isaac Arthur as well. And he goes into a lot of detail about that kind of stuff, about how it would all work and how you'd go about doing those things. So what would be the first steps from where we are now to get there? What would we need to do first? I'd assume we'd need workable fusion. Something beyond fusion? Why is fusion not viable as a solution? Not enough energy. What about black hole reactors? Would that be good enough? Isn't it theoretically possible to do that? Oh yeah, you can travel into the future by going fast enough,
Only through conflict do we evolve.
but you have to go very far to do it. So you need the technology to go very fast. Yeah. 'em. Yeah. Yeah, I know we're not making black holes anytime soon. People need to warm up to the idea of that kind of energy anyway for a while before it becomes widely accepted, even if it were possible. People freaking out about self-driving cars, even though they're demonstrably safer. Planck level black holes, yeah, that would dissipate in no time at all.
Together, we are strong.
$500 from black hole reactors. I think 500 is underestimating the scale of invention. 100 years ago, electricity was rare, right?
No dying on my watch.
Let us discuss your failures.
100 years before that.
Let us discuss your failures.
100 years is a long time for invention.
What are you? I will see them done. You're mistaken.
Just in my lifetime, there's been a massive change in technology levels from when I grew up to now. When I was born, the internet only existed in a very, very limited sense, especially in military installations. Now it's everywhere. Yeah. I think the world in 50 years will be a massively different place, let alone 100 or 500. Our understanding of physics has increased, but the fundamental laws haven't.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
So yeah, we are limited quite significantly. There's I'd agree with you that there aren't going to be some magical technologies that we can't even imagine right now that are suddenly going to change everything. That's not going to happen. It's going to be a slow, gradual process, of course. But one thing you have to consider is that physical laws have existed for a while, but our understanding of how they interact with each other and various different materials and how, you know, chemical processes can be understood better and exploited for better stuff like graphene, for example. Graphene is like the super material of the future that we've only just barely scratched the surface of.
The true enemy of humanity is deceit.
And it's basic, super basic stuff, it's just carbon, right? Just a sheet of carbon. The problem at the moment is manufacturing this stuff to high enough a quality to actually be useful. But there have been advancements in that lately, I've heard. The potential of graphene for computing as well is massive.
Come on, let's bring it together. Raising the volume.
How many hours do I have in this game? About 18,000. Oh.
Nanoboost is charging. You need to learn. Everyone does. You need to learn to relax.
The point is mine, and you can't have it. Liquidating Moira. Defeat.
Play of the game.
Oh wow, nice.
Welcome to Junkertown.
I feel most unwelcome here.
Yeah. Once we can figure out the manufacturing process, if we can manufacture like perfect graphene sheets, we can start making proper graphene chips. And from what I hear, they're several orders of magnitude better than silicon. So, in terms of computing speeds, potential computing speeds, instead of gigahertz, it'll be terahertz and just a single CPU. That's pretty nuts. That will have massive knock-on effects though. If you think AI is a problem now, just think of it with several orders of magnitude more processing power. That could be what AI needs to kill us all. More things to bits. Dem AI isn't a problem, but smart AI could well be. You stand in there. Graphene fatigues. Yes, Jenny? Really, Jenny? Like that, is it? I guess all the birds flew away before she could catch them. Not a very successful hunt today. Sombra disappear.
Back in my day, we'd have this payload delivered already.
Физкульт, привет.
Hello.
Привет.
Hey.
How rude. Trying to push a payload. What's up, Jenny?
Good job, team. Let's keep it going.
Физкульт, привет.
Perhaps having none of it. Banana.
Everyone, freak up.
No.
Personality synchronization 100%. Good to be back.
Cypher, get behind something.
My ultimate is not. I'm
We're making progress.
Hey. Stop. Hey, hey.
Woo! Rude.
Regen burst activated.
Sombra's been alive for a while.
Maximum power.
All things considered, probably about 18,000 hours. Stop contesting. $2,000 hours, that's still a decent amount. More than most.
There is no obligation.
What are you, like mid-plat? Early to mid-plat border? Something like that, right?
Barrier in place.
Would you say you're in favour of the border system being replaced with a different system? With Overwatch 2? Or would you rather they didn't do that?
Now entering the Temple of Anubis.
Poor Winston has to hide away so he doesn't scare the children.
I don't even think children are afraid of you.
Young punks, get off my lawn.
No.
Let
That's
us
sir
discuss
to you.
your failures.
Your failures.
Let us discuss your failures. Let us discuss your failures.
Somebody
Five,
fetch my
discuss
butt. Somebody
failure.
fetch my butt. Somebody fetch my butt.
One.
Somebody fetch my butt.
Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
We need to take out that.
It's not there. No, it's not. Kaboom!
Personality select.
As I said, the change they're doing on experimental is not going live. Merely an experiment that didn't really work out, but they'd like to share with us anyway. They are still planning for 2 CP changes, but it'll be a while until they actually implement any changes. They have to find a solution that actually works first. Maybe the solution is closer than we think, maybe it's not. But what we know for sure from what they've told us is that the current version that they're thinking about, that they're letting us test, is not the version that we want to go live. Oh, go away, this is my hidey hole. Rude.
Hiya! Checking in.
bring it together. Nice. Easy.
60 seconds.
Zenyatta is here. Show you.
It's see-through.
Assault at your service.
30 seconds remaining.
My rules. Somebody fetch my butt. Somebody fetch my butt. Somebody fetch my butt. Somebody fetch my butt.
It's not the best game mode, but it is pretty good.
Stop it. Thanks.
According to my research, the best game modes are 3v3 and 6v6. But stuff like Mystery Heroes, Quick Play, Total Mayhem, No Limits, and stuff like that is all pretty good. It's the next best thing to those elimination game modes. Hey, Trax Luca. But bear in mind, the research I did is probably a couple of years old, at least at this point, so things may have changed in the meantime. I do plan to do a full XP guide for Overwatch 2. And depending on when it comes out, I might do an updated guide before that for Overwatch 1. But if Overwatch 2 is coming out within the next 6 to 9 months, I don't see why I should do another XP guide for Overwatch 1, since it'll be obsolete soon anyway. So we'll see.
Level up.
Ah, okay, yeah. I was one level behind.
Level up.
Nice and green. On your stream, your time is down.
Welcome to Blizzard.
Time is down? What do you mean?
I'm guessing there's no chance we can take care of this quietly, is there?
Thank you.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Helix should keep the peace in Vishkar developments.
What says 250 hours?
We don't need an army to keep the peace. We prefer our own methods.
I didn't start this.
250 hours is quick play.
Damn welcome. Sit down.
What you're looking at is all modes.
Let us discuss your failures.
Understood.
Let us
That's the difference.
Attack the objective.
let us discuss
Ah, greetings, Calamity. How have you been? Continue. Around these parts lately?
My ultimate is charging.
Oh. Two Genjis and hands out. Ah, he put a heal down. Lol. Oops, wrong button.
Visor is charging.
You have my thanks.
You got lucky, you got a 2-year suspended sentence. Okay.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Was on remand for 3 months. And what did that mean for you? Ah, welcome back. Drunk underscore physics.
Reality is rarely what it seems. Reality is rarely what it seems.
So tell me,
Tactical visor is charging.
DP, what are you most excited for in terms of technological advancement in the near future?
My ultimate is ready. Hello.
Enemy turret sighted. Payload secure.
So you were socially unavailable for 3 months, basically.
Only to contact.
A year range. Let's say the next 20 years. I mean, that's quite a large range, but that gives a few technologies time to develop properly.
Payload is in my charge. Let us move it.
Help to reevaluate things. Well, I'm talking more about, you know, technology. In terms of electronics or, you know, cool gadgets. Things that make our lives better in general, rather than just not worse, which is a solution to COVID, right? Something to actually get excited about. I suppose, quantum. What do you foresee the residential use case for quantum computing being? Can you see quantum computing as being general computing, or will it always be niche?
Hanzo, at your service. Stop it. Ben, get the payload moving. Let's get the payload moving. Get the payload moving. Get the payload moving. I heard you.
Ooh. So you see it being useful for AI. Okay. No, not yet, Calamity. The whole COVID situation put a wrench in the works on that one.
Charging. Good job, team. Let's keep it going. Don't mention it.
Building gaming infrastructure of quantum computing would take a very different form than current computing. Normal, traditional silicon. Well, I suppose you could make it work. It could lead to some interesting results. It does have massive potential with AI, yeah. But it sounds like you've had an overall good experience with the whole thing, Calamity. Although you might have gone through some hardship, it's taught you the correct lessons by the sounds of it, which is good. That's good.
Build them up, break them down.
That should be the end goal for any penal system. To try and reform people into better people. Rather than just abandoning them forever in a hole.
Only through conflict do we evolve.
60 seconds remaining.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, got him. What's your perspective of the future of AI? Do you think AI will be a significant threat?
There is no obligation.
Or do you feel like we'll squash that threat before it becomes one?
Need healing.
Yeah, laws already always lag behind technology, and that's a big problem for AI. Because AI is not going to wait for the laws to catch up. Because once you open Pandora's box, there's no closing it again.
Barrier unstable. My barrier destroyed.
Double kill.
Ooh, nice. You think domestic robots will be here in 50 years?
Double, triple kill.
Domestic robots, the kind that can do all your chores for you without you having to do it yourself. Humanoid in nature, usually depicted in science fiction anyway. But generally the humanoid model is less efficient than other models. The reason why robot manufacturers would make humanoid robots is for humans to relate to them easier. That would be the only reason they did it that way. Yeah.
Traveling to Horizon Luna colony.
The reckoning draws near.
Spider robots. Just a giant mechanical spider robot saying, "Hello, would you like sugar with that?" It's like, get away from me, you freak.
Look after yourself out there. I better sound safe.
I mean, the robotics industry is advancing. Even in the more adult areas, it's advancing as well. You can get full humanoid adult friends, you know, already. The real question is, how do you power something like that reliably throughout, say, a home, for example? How would you go about solving that issue? Would you have the robot just working in short bursts between recharges? Or have multiple plugging points? Because, wireless power. That's quite wasteful though, isn't it?
Come on, let's bring it together.
I need healing.
So coming back to the question of power again. Not in a closed system. I mean, wireless power does exist, it's just rather primitive right now, right? Yeah, I was about to mention Tesla. How he cracked these puzzles almost 100 years ago and we're only just starting to catch up with him. Ugh. Damn.
Anyone want to join me? Taking the objective. Help would be appreciated.
Need another 10 years. Not too long then. Do you think Elon's vision of neural computing has a future? Do you think that's something we'll see? I mean, his primary goal right now is to use neural interfaces to solve things like Alzheimer's and those kind of brain issues, and then move on to more mainstream applications. Powering the thing.
Play of the game.
Oh, having fun is the important part. Once you're having fun, everything else is secondary. So you need, yeah, supercapacitors. Room temperature superconductors, yeah. Well, first you said COVID. But yeah.
Welcome to Rialto.
If I could queue with anyone, who would it be? Jeff. Right. And how close are we to room temperature superconductors? Another 10 to 20. So it's all sort of super exciting within our lifetime stuff.
Attackers incoming.
So what you're saying is I've got time to create a few little trees and then get them excited about the whole thing as well. Watch them grow up with all this new technology. That's what you're saying. Because that's in my opinion, that's a lot better way of experiencing stuff like that. Because kids usually get a lot more excited about stuff like that, and then you can feed off their excitement to get even more excited yourself. Not yet, no. Not yet. Almost done. 2019, wow, okay. Ah, link broke.
There is no obligation for the universe to make
try shortening the link first and then posting it.
Activating the barrier.
Use like BitLie or something. Or the Google one. Ah, there you go, much tidier. So look. Navy files, military. But a lot of technology ended up coming from the military just like 10 to 20 years later, right? They'll give it to us eventually, right? Scientist working for the US Navy has filed a patent on room temperature superconductor representing a potential paradigm shift in energy transmission in computer systems. Well, the US military has the money for these sorts of things because they've got essentially infinite money. Hey, we need more money. Let's ask for $200 billion more this year. Yeah, approved, no problem. Let's go. Alright, dude. As long as it's used to advanced human progress and not just shooting people in the face more efficiently, I'm for it.
Personality synchronization 100%. Good to be back.
The application claims that a room temperature superconductor can be built using a wire. Oh, wire! Wow, okay. With an insulator core and an aluminium PZT. Lead zirconate titanate. Coating deposited by vacuum evaporation with a thickness of the London penetration depth. And polarized after deposition. Whatever that means. Alright, good. The computing angle does interest me a lot. The future of quantum computing, the future of potential graphene processing. Because graphene processors could dramatically increase by several orders of magnitude computing power once we crack it, figure it out, make it work. The potential for direct neural interfacing with computing would not only mean a lot in terms of communication and medical science, but also like things like gaming. Because with a neural interface, you can have full immersion. 100% complete immersion. Right. That would be pretty neat. Of course, you'd end up with situations like Existence, where you get very confused as to what's reality and what isn't. And then that becomes a real problem, potentially. But that's only in fiction. I think in reality, people are not going to have as much trouble discerning reality from fiction. But we'll see on that one. We'll see.
Play of the game.
Watermarks, maybe. But watermarks are a way of quite easily breaking immersion, and they'd probably shy away from doing something like that unless it was mandated by law. And although you can see the nose on your face, you don't notice it because it's always there. But if you actually think about it enough, you can see it. So you can voluntarily break immersion if you're confused. Only minus 23 degrees Celsius. Wow. That's barely below freezing. Yeah, super soon. That's nice.
What interesting things I've learned about your employers, Miss Oswald. What have you learned? Hiya.
Hello.
Thanks, love.
Cheers, love. Go easy.
Gratings.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Get it done. Much obliged.
Bacon and faith. Yeah. Oh no.
Changing position.
Oh.
Well met. No.
No. Yeah, it's always pretty painful when you die with that high an ult charge. Enough.
One shot. One kill.
Sigma present.
Zarya, ready for duty. Greetings. Hello. Fiskul Privet. Greetings.
Greetings. Oh no.
No, I could use the time off. I could use a piece of cake.
Oh really?
Sha.
We're all soldiers.
Hello.
Objective lost. Defense point. Objective B.
Greetings.
I could use the time off.
Not on mine.
Damage increased.
No time off for you.
Piece of cake. I could use my healing spell is upon you. I could use the time off.
Here.
I could use a piece of cake.
What is the mod? What mod? Oh, fresh.
My ultimate is charging. Game plays you in Russia.
How are things in France?
In Russia, game plays you. In Russia, game plays you.
No more Bastion.
Get out of my way or I'll run you over.
In Russia, game plays you.
Oh no! Two divas.
Everything can be
Oh, we got two somebodies. Oh, I did hack twice. They're called No Mercy and they're not Mercy, so that's fair.
Get down. Give me 20. Get down. Give me 20. Give me 20.
20 what? Dolly Parton. Haven't heard that name in a long time. Dolly Parton. The one you literally just typed.
Traveling to Eichenwald.
Wow, 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 wow,
Least
wow.
number of elimination buys the post-mission drinks.
Hey, let's drink to whoever can murder the most people. Yeah, okay. Excuse me, dude. That might be a little too far back. Right, dude. Put there instead.
Defend objective
That barrier didn't last very long. Or that bastion. I overloading. No, no, no. No, how rude. Oh well.
Justice sake. After you. Name creep. After you.
Hey, that's my name too. Two down. Keck. Alright.
Mercy on one shot. Rude.
Thanks for the follow.
My ultimate is again.
Why would your ultimate be Sake? And why would it be an ultimate then, not just a regular ability? What's special about it?
Come on, let's bring it together.
Only to conflict. And they say chivalry is dead.
At your service.
What? Ooh. No.
Hello?
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Valkyries charging. My ultimate is charging.
Oh, I'm trying to do my ultimate piece of cake. No.
Piece of cake. My ultimate piece of cake.
Oh, that was a lot of justice up my butt.
Soldier 76 reporting for duty.
I will shield you.
Somebody touch my butt.
Somebody fetch my butt.
It's not quite the same thing, is it?
How's my thanks?
Happy Halloween! Right here. Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween! Symmetra reporting. Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween!
Alright, cool. Happy Halloween! Why didn't I deflect that? That's rude.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Why would I want to have a happy Halloween when I can have a happy Halloween? Sure, just ult and run away, okay. Cool, cool.
It's only a game. Why do you have it's only a game? 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 Why do you have
Excellent.
Happy Halloween! In July!
barriers on you? 60 seconds.
Ooh. Boop! Summertime!
Ready for battle. You have my best. Not they must not get past. Barrier activated. It's only a game. Why do you
Ow.
Science will reveal the truth. Get into position. Justice reigns from above.
You suck. Ahaha. No.
Triggered.
Victory.
Success.
Play of the game.
I'm nowhere near good enough for London Spitfire. Not even close. I'm average at best. GM in top 500 or just shiny bronze? Not quite. Not quite. But yeah, it's time for mid-Indians, and then I'll do some trucking. BRB.